You're now tuned in to The Trap, your home for all things urban, hip-hop, and pop culture. I'm your host, Kevin V.
I'm Chris, producer, engineer.
Your boy Bump.
Your boy Prince Jose.
And it's your girl Desiree.
Let's get into it. I know you guys probably seen the AMAs. What do you guys think about Artist of the Year? Taylor Swift took that. Let me just let y'all know. It was Justin Bieber, Post Malone, Roddy Ricch, and The Weeknd. But Taylor Swift took it.
Taylor Swift deserved it.
Really? How you get? Whoa.
Only person that would come close to her would be Justin Bieber.
But what did she do this year? Besides re-record everything.
And she still sold those re-records and still made millions off of it. Like, you got to think about how big of an artist you can be to re-record your songs, make it a little bit different. You got to
think about it. She
ain't make it a little bit different.
No, she had to, because if she didn't, she can't do it. She had to tweak certain stuff.
She just made everything original again.
Yeah, she had to tweak certain stuff so that she can remaster it and don't get sued for it. So she changed it a little bit, and yet you sold just as much as you sold.
But literally, her just re-recording it is enough of a change for her to just drop it.
She dropped it. Still was big.
I feel
so you have to get respect.
You gotta realize that's a big name, and
Taylor
Swift, her field, bro. Like that's like the white
that's
Rihanna.
2018.
Like, you know what I mean? Like G shit.
Like when it comes to actual fans, her and Justin Bieber, like fans are incredible.
Yeah.
So it's like they gonna sell regardless. So if they're in the category, it's really just between them two when it comes to a fan category that's not a hip hop award.
Especially when you're in a category.
That's true, but
I'm like, wait, didn't Roddy Ricch surpass Justin Bieber?
Well, he had the number one song.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, when you first on a debut, you're gonna surpass a person who's been in the game for a while. But it's consistency. Do you think Roddy Ricch gonna have the same consistency as Justin Bieber?
Yeah, but it's the Artist of the Year. You gotta remember the year. Nah, we're not talking about what he did.
Okay, and look at what Justin Bieber album did this year. Think about what Justin Bieber album did this year. His album was so good, he made an R&B album, and like he said, it still put it in the pop category.
Yeah.
You know how much your album got to sell to be put inside of a pop category to compete with other pop artists?
I don't feel like it was based on a position of sales. It was based on a position of that he's white. The same way that Tyler the Creator got put into the rap category instead of the pop category when he specifically created a pop album last year. You know, it's the same thing. It's a diversity issue, bro. I feel
that's a great point right there.
But even with that, think about it. Tyler, he made a pop album, but what did he do up on that album? He's saying that you still rap up on an album.
I mean, if
you're a rapper,
I love the album.
A rap album.
Yeah, but
that's why Justin Bieber was put inside the pop category because
he's a pop artist.
No matter if you do an R&B album, you're originally
a pop artist.
That's why they did that.
I get that, but I don't necessarily agree with that because us as creatives and artists, we like to make what we make. You know, we like to make, like me musically, like I make trap music, but then I make pop, and then I make. Hell, I'll touch country if I get an opportunity. I've never done it, but I'll do that, you know. And I wouldn't like to get discredited for what I've done just because of the way I look or what I've done in the past.
If you do that, then you shouldn't say you when you put yourself in a category. When you say I'm a rap artist and then you try to switch to other stuff, it's your fault for putting yourself in a category. I do music. I don't sit there and say I'm a rap artist. I say I'm an artist. I do everything. So if you put yourself in a category, you got to expect people to keep you in that category.
But you see someone like Justin Bieber, for instance, was someone that was categorized, like, he was placed in that category. Because if you look at, he was brought up by Usher. Okay. All intentions, because Justin Bieber was singing R&B songs, was to make him an R&B artist. But again, the money and him, the way he looks, would be better if he was a pop artist. You know what I'm saying? Justin Bieber didn't say, I'm going to make pop music. The world said, hey, you look good making pop music, so keep going doing that. You know what I'm saying? He was a kid.
The money, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, I feel you 1,000.
It's a different bracket. It's like sitting there saying.
But we weren't talking about the money. We were talking about the category and the genre.
Oh, okay.
That's what we were talking about.
But I'm talking about that's why he got put into the pop category.
Yeah, but why
because of the money.
But why wouldn't you do that with Tyler the Creator when he sold $300K?
Because
he outsold Justin Bieber.
Okay, you gotta understand this. You switched the category and you sold $300K.
And you took his pop album and put him into the rap.
I understand that, but listen though, understand 300,000 really ain't that much.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of artists,
It ain't-
flop.
A lot of
Well,
artists
it is.
flop because they don't promote their stuff correctly.
Yeah.
Beyonce don't flop. If Rihanna
300K
drop an album right now, it won't flop.
300K
Yeah.
flop.
Yeah.
When Drake drop albums, it don't flop. If you program it right to where you gonna make sure it sells, it won't flop. They just don't put in the work. He expected his name. He's overconfident. He's like A$AP Rocky. They think they're bigger than what they are, and they're not.
No, A$AP Rocky ain't selling 300K. I'm saying
Yeah.
300K isn't a flop.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
not a flop.
That is not a flop. I would love to
Yeah.
sell 300K albums, guys.
You know how much it costs to do albums?
Yeah, but I have over 100 million streams, bro. That doesn't equate nowhere near to thousands of albums, bro. So
Okay.
imagine what 300,000 albums is. That's billions and billions and billions of streams, bro. That's
Even with that, you
That's
selling it as an
crazy.
album. Do you know? Is he an independent artist or he signed to somebody?
Tyler.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Okay. Let's say if he
Either way,
signed.
it's nice.
Let's say if he signed to somebody, he probably get $3 off every 11 or $10. So with 300K, that's 900,000. But think about, unless he
$1
made
million.
every beat, mixed down
He
every
did.
song, and did all that, and didn't nobody, no distribution deal or none of that, and he funded everything himself.
Yeah.
You
Well,
didn't
that
make-
was
you
that
didn't
was
make-
that was the thing though that behind that album was he did
He
put
he did a whole distribution deal himself.
that's
And-
him. That's him.
All right, then that's the only way it can possibly work
Yeah,
to
that's
sound.
him.
Because unless you,
No, I feel you on
even
the
with
back
that 900,000,
end. Yeah.
you gonna put at least over $1 million.
I feel you with that
Yeah,
back
true.
end.
It takes a lot to come out with a correct
Yeah.
album.
No, I understand that.
Especially
But that's those old deals that we entering a new age. I feel where now we have that knowledge now, so where we know that we don't want to put ourselves in a position where if we sell 300,000 albums, we're not gonna make any money off of it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
And even with him doing that itself, it's still a flop because even if you made
Dude,
900,000,
what?
even if you made 900,000,
He almost went gold his first
but
week.
listen, he sold 30, and even if you sold 300,000, you made 900,000, take you $1 million to
Well,
make the album.
that's
you
it. That's
lost
if
$100,000.
that's if he makes $3.
Still,
That's
Yeah.
if he makes
But your
$3 an
first
album.
week-
Yeah, but we don't know
You
how
took
his
a
deal set
loss.
up.
And we're not
Yeah.
talking about well
Okay,
that's
yeah.
the thing. Besides,
most people
bes-
ain't funding their own albums. Most people don't take the risk on that. Most people get distribution deals.
that's not a flop.
Yeah, that's not
at
a
all.
flop. Shit.
Listen,
At
that's a
all.
flop if you funded it yourself. You didn't make your money back.
Yeah, you did.
No, you didn't.
It depends on how
made
much you
plus
spent that
more.
on the album though.
Yo, I
shit.
could drop an album for $5 right now on United Masters. A whole
Your
album.
album is not gonna be good. If you put $5 into
Yes,
your
I
album,
can.
you didn't get no song mixed and mastered. You did least
I'm a
no
producer, mix and mix and master. I
beat. So
songwrite.
that
If I
means
wanted
you
to, I
have pay
wanted
for
to.
None of your instruments
Russ-
that you paid to make your beats.
Russ did it. Everybody can hate on Russ, but Russ is independent,
when
produced,
you
mixed,
make
and mastered.
something, you equivalent everything that you put into to make
Oh,
that
yeah.
album. It's not the little bit of how I'm paying to get this up
I
on
know, I
the
feel
note. It's
you.
the amount you had to pay for every beat, every instrument on your computer to make your beats. That also come into the price of
My
you making
laptop
your
is
album.
worth $10K in programs and
So
everything,
you
and I can
already
make a
spent 10,000.
yeah,
on
but I can
making
make a
your
whole album. But I can
you
make
already spent it. So
that's-
if you don't make 10,000, it's a loss.
No, but
that's fine. But you just said if I
But that's like a bigger investment if your
Yeah.
laptop would cost like 10K, because he's not gonna make one specific album and be like, look, yeah. That's like over time. You feel me?
No.
Why you say nah then? Because I'm like, look, if it's inventory. It's like, look, if I buy like a pair of shoes today, right? Just because like I wear it like in a concert, like what 3 months later, that don't mean like, oh, my whole outfit cost that much. You feel me? I've been had him. So basically going back to like, his laptop will having 10K products. You feel me? Just because he's using that laptop to make that album, don't mean he spent 10K for that album.
I've been made that.
Yeah, he been had it. That's just my take on it. That's my point of view on it.
And like I said, $5. You guys can go to United Masters, drop your album right now. Streams, bro. It'll equate like 60K streams a day times 30. That's in a month, and then times 12. That's 24 million streams in a year. That equates to about 100K average, depending on what streaming service you're going off of. If it's just straight YouTube, you're talking about maybe $40,000 because YouTube pays the least amount. But if we're talking about Tidal, you can make 200-300K. Like, it's not impossible to make money in the industry. I'm talking about 24 million streams, which isn't even an album sale, like 100,000 album sales. It's about 1,000 album sales. You feel me? You can make your money. You can make your money out here.
All right, guys. So Kevin had a family emergency, but we have EK joining us here today. So we're gonna talk about the Grammys. So one of the big, basically the categories for the Grammys, we have Best Pop Vocal Album. So it was really controversy behind this category, especially because of Justin Bieber. So basically the category was, we have Changes by Justin Bieber. We have Chromatic by Lady Gaga. Future Nostalgic by Dua Lipa. We have Fine Line by Harry Styles. And then we have Folklore by Taylor Swift. So then we had, like, Justin was pretty upset because, you know, his album was placed in a pop category when he felt like it should have been in an R&B category. So how do you guys feel about that?
I mean, me personally, he's a pop artist. I mean, what you expect people to just to dive into R&B with you, bro? Like, you never been R&B, so it's like, how can we look at you as a R&B artist?
You can't do R&B really like that anyway.
Yeah.
Why you say that?
R&B is like soul music. It's like real, like Monica, Brandy, like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Like that's why Usher is more considered pop than more R&B. Chris Brown is considered more pop than R&B. Trey Songz is considered R&B. It's more soul feeling. It's more like when I listen to your music, I can feel what you feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Justin can't do that. I can't believe any of that, what he talking about.
So, I understand what you're saying, right? But there's another Justin who you can consider pop / R&B. So, you can't consider Justin Timberlake a pop or R&B singer?
Robin Thicke is more R&B than Justin Timberlake.
Why? Because Justin make a lot of upbeat songs?
No, because Robin actually, you can believe he went through what he went through.
So, you don't think Justin could?
No.
And not even Bieber?
Not even that. I don't even think his vocals can't even be as. It's like this. Okay, Usher can sing better than Anthony Hamilton, but Anthony Hamilton makes you feel him more than Usher because it's more soul.
Yeah.
More R&B is soul. It makes you, when a person sings, you can feel it.
Well, see, this is where you're confusing the genres at, because there's a genre called soul, which Anthony will fall completely under, because you could feel it. Now, Usher is an R&B singer. But you got to understand, see, what does R&B stand for? Rhythm and blues. And just because Usher got a lot of songs that has rhythm in it that makes you move and dance. Just because he's a dancer doesn't mean he's not an R&B singer, because Michael Jackson is the king of pop, right? We would never say he was an R&B singer, but he can sing R&B if he wanted to. Usher is an R&B singer who can do pop. You never heard him say he was a pop singer or a pop artist. Soul, what Anthony Hamilton, is totally different from R&B. Gotta remember that. Rhythm and blues. And if you ain't got no rhythm in it, it's just blues, and that's a whole nother category. You mix them together, that's what makes R&B. R&B ain't just supposed to be slow, lovey-dovey. It's supposed to have some type of rhythm in it because it makes you move too. Soul music you just listen to. You know what I mean?
Would you put songs that Chris Brown do in the same category as?
Well, I wouldn't consider Chris Brown an R&B singer. I would consider Chris Brown a pop singer. Chris Brown got like maybe 4 or 5 R&B songs he have out there. But other than that, he's a pop.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on that.
There's a song that
He's
Chris
got an
Brown
R&B
and
voice.
Justin Bieber got
His
together.
first album was a straight R&B album.
Considered R&B.
Yeah, that was considered R&B.
Considered R&B, but even if you look at it, he was straight up dancing the whole time. You feel me? Like,
It's because he's a dancer. He
Right.
just said rhythm.
Rhythm, yeah, that's the
yeah,
part.
but you
the
just completely
rhythm-
knocked out Usher.
Yeah,
for
but see, he didn't have
having
the
you making you
blues in it.
dance.
Yeah, but Usher, what I'm saying is if he's going off of that,
And Usher
off
had
the
Burn and
category of what he's
Confessions.
saying, then you would have to consider Chris Brown.
For example, like
R&B too.
Oh,
That's
what he
I'm
just
trying to
mentioned,
say.
Confessions.
If he's going off of the standards of what he's saying, you would have to consider them all that.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
there's a reason you don't, because it's two different. R&B is different because it makes you feel it. That's why
Yeah,
it's a difference.
but again, I feel like we're stating opinions. You know, like it's all subject to opinion as opposed to the actual fact of like where people are getting placed in the categories, and you might consider Chris Brown pop, but if he were to get nominated, he would go on the R&B list. He's not going on the pop list. He ain't going against Justin Bieber.
Yeah, but that's just off of what you said earlier, his perception.
Yeah.
The way he
Yeah,
looks
exactly.
is why he won't be in pop.
Yeah. Saying like do a little reverse right here. Because he's contradicting himself.
No, I'm not. I'm not contradicting myself.
Well, he going off
I'm
of-
going
he going
off
off
of
my-
I'm going off of what he's saying.
He came in
and
good.
I'm breaking it down to. I'm trying to let y'all understand what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
If I was to say that in the same way of
Oh,
what
okay,
he's saying,
okay.
then you would think that I'm
All right.
contradicting myself.
But you're not. You're just
So
explaining
what
what
I'm
he's
trying
saying.
to tell you is that it won't make sense of what he's saying, because if he's saying it that way, then I would be wrong about my thing too. That
I feel you.
from what y'all said earlier.
I feel you.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel you.
What's your opinion, Desiree?
So I think Justin Bieber could be R&B in a way. Probably not the Changes album, but I feel like he has some songs that could be possibly R&B. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think what he said at the time of when he said it was his opinion, the way he felt, because, you know, like we said earlier, we don't want to, as artists, you don't want to put yourself in a category. If you feel like you can reach out and do different genres, then of course you want to step out and do what you have to do, because that's how you feel as a creator. But from that point, I just think he felt a certain way. Like The Weeknd felt like he should have been nominated. He wasn't nominated for anything.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, when you put yourself in a position like, if I sit there and I sing all pop songs and throw in 2 R&B songs and then say my album is an R&B album, that's different. You can't hope for that.
Right.
And when you put yourself in a category your whole life, like if I was, for example, Eddie Murphy is a comedian, right? And he plays majority of comedy roles. But if you put him in a serious role, sometimes you're gonna be looking at him like he a goofball. Like, why is he in that role? He normally play comedian roles.
But let's be real. Like, who here listened to the Changes album?
Nah, man.
All right. So I actually heard the Changes album.
Okay.
It's like what he said earlier. It's all about perception. The way he looks and the way he sounds, like you don't really feel that soulfulness really, as you know, as you would in an R&B artist. You know.
For sure.
So I totally understand why he got categorized as pop. But if you listen to what he's saying and like the melodic patterns and stuff, it's all R&B. It's just he doesn't sound.
You
Just
can't
don't got
believe
a
it.
soulful
It just doesn't
voice.
sound like how we used to listening to when we hear soul and like R&B.
Yeah.
It's all it is. But you know, listen to it. You'll
He can
see what I
try,
mean.
but it ain't
Exactly.
what it is, bro.
So it ain't good.
It's good, bro. It's just not.
It's like with,
It's
with,
not.
with Wayne Rebirth album.
Yeah, like it's
It
not.
was
It's, not, it's
sorry.
just not
That shit was garbage.
what
It
we're
was garbage.
used
It was
to.
like it was his worst album he did, and it's like he
'Cause he-
thought in his head it was good,
Yeah.
and it was horrible.
Well, he's had a lot of those.
Wayne only has like one good album.
Which is
Cap.
Carter 3 is like his only good album.
I am a huge fan.
one
Carter
and
1, 2.
I like Carter too.
Carter 1 is not that good.
Was it 500 degrees?
He
Oh,
got
500 degrees now.
No, I
500
like that.
degrees. None of
Ceilings,
those are really that good. He had
one.
one good album. Like Carter 3 is really his only.
Yeah, the mixtapes was the mixtapes was more like the albums to me. Like
Yeah,
that was
I'm
what
saying.
you was expecting. You know what I mean? When your Lil Wayne drop, I want a mixtape Wayne. I don't want album.
See, but that's not good. If you're only anticipating an artist's mixtape, that is garbage, because you're only anticipating him to remix other people's songs.
I mean, I like the Carter 2. Carter 2?
I mean, I fuck with Carter too.
He got
Carter-
good
I-
songs
I
on
I
it,
like Carter
but a
1 and 2.
complete album, like
Okay,
a good
yeah.
album, you
Okay, yeah,
you
yeah,
can listen
yeah.
from start to like Lil Baby
Carter
album
3,
that
yeah.
he just put out.
Yeah.
That was a complete album.
He ain't get nominated either for nothing.
From start to finish, that was a good album.
It's crazy.
Nah, he should have got nominated.
He should have gotten nominated for everything, I
Yeah,
feel.
he
Shit, he
should.
should have won a lot of shit.
He's like, he the hottest artist. Like him and the Baby are the hottest artists of this year for males.
Yeah.
They should have been winning every single category back to back. They should have been him or the Baby.
I just don't like how they put Megan in just the forefront of hip hop. Like this is
Sympathy.
hip hop. Like basically,
Shot. It's a sympathy rule.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's like Rihanna. When Rihanna got beat,
Yeah, that's
she
true.
became bigger than
She really
life.
did.
Like so, it's like it's a sympathy rule. Something bad has to happen to you for you to become big. They want to publicize the black man to try to destroy him at the same time. They look for the opportunity.
Right.
They wait for. Why you think Antonio Brown going through what he going through? They wait for the moment for a nigga to act out so we can get
Shout
out.
out AB.
Don't matter if it's a female in it, because he could have sat there let's say for instance, like it could have been. Look at Halle Berry when she was getting beat in her marriages. How many times did y'all see her husband get publicized for that?
Never.
Didn't.
Every single marriage she was in, she was getting beat, and nothing, no
I think
news.
the only one that got
This is one of the
was
finest.
the
women in the
Wesley
world.
Snipes situation. Was the only one, but he was the black man again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All her. It's one of the finest women in the world. Everybody know who she is, and yet she getting beat on, and nobody cared.
Because she wasn't really getting beat by a nigga.
Now
Cause
she getting beat.
No, I'm saying by a nigga.
Yeah, she get beat by crackers. They don't give a damn. They let it go.
Yeah, that's
We
it.
ain't gonna put you. We ain't gonna put your face on the news. The moment, like Chad Ochocinco, had better than a woman and got kicked out the NFL. This is one of the best receivers to ever play the game,
And they
got
did
kicked
him
out the
dirty.
NFL for allegedly headbutting a woman.
And that go for every NFL player that put their hand on their wife.
Yep.
I mean, they
Ray
were
Rice.
Not the white ones.
Ray Rice,
Yeah, the white
You don't
ones
even
good.
know
Smith,
who did
the
what.
white ones beat their wives all day. Nobody gonna give a
They
damn.
don't even put that in the reports.
They don't even give a damn. Michael Kraft was caught at a sex ring this year, and you don't hear nothing bad about him.
If it was a black owner, they would have made him sell his team.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Robert, by the way. Robert
Robert
Kraft.
Kraft. I mean.
That's just like, I feel like it's just a bigger systemic issue that we got going.
Yeah.
Like even if we talk about just music, like who do you only hear in music talk about killing, drugs, gang shit? They only pushing them, and
But
it's
that's
for a
what they
reason.
want, 'cause
Yeah, it's for a
want us
reason,
to go out
exactly.
there and they want to influence
Exactly.
kids and influence people
It's true.
to go out there and do that and
No, they
then
not.
call us.
You choose to listen to that. They give you an opportunity to listen to both.
Yeah, but why don't they
look
put
at the
a
BET
white person?
Awards.
There's plenty of white rappers doing that,
Look at
but
the
they don't even
BET
promote them.
Awards. The little African dude.
Again, we don't listen to
The
him.
Kuma son, the two-bay son nigga, but raw ass nigga. some raw black dude, but he like spitting like real knowledgeable facts and stuff. Like, he was big up on the BT Awards.
Yeah,
The hip hop awards. Nobody listening to him, but they publicized, BET publicized him as the main feature.
yeah.
So that you would see who he is, and yet people are still not listening to him. So your own people are publicizing people who you should listen to, and yet you're refusing to listen to it. So you can't get to say that they're pushing this to you.
That's
You're
true.
choosing
No, I
to
understand.
listen to the negativity.
I understand.
I don't even trust BET no more anyway since Viacom bought them. They owned by the same people that own MTV.
Everything owned by whites. They don't own
It
nothing.
before it was owned by blacks.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it
Made-
was.
made
It
us feel like it
was.
was.
The
No, it
black,
wasn't. No company is owned by one person.
well, that's
So
regardless.
you can't say it's not owned
BET
by
got
whites.
It
too
was
big.
majority
That's what
owned.
happened.
Nope, ain't majority owned by blacks. You ain't got enough money. You can say majority and be the 51, and that be 51% of the people are black. So majority of blacks. That means 49% are white. So you're still.
That's what they get for publicizing their company. And you
Now,
publicize your
basically,
company, you get more money, but
Tyler
then at the
Perry
same you
running
can't.
now.
Yeah.
His shows.
I ain't gonna lie.
got
That's
Every
so true, bro.
show, every hour, it's a Tyler Perry show on BT.
That's true.
So he basically running now.
Old shows, new shows,
Yep.
movies and all. I'm like, damn. Just get
Because he
I ain't even
did
mad
what
at
he
Tyler.
did from out his car to
What?
wherever the hell he living at now.
He
That
has
man
the biggest
Nah.
did what he had to do.
compound on the
But see,
Eastern
before,
Hemisphere.
if you ever
Western
noticed, I don't know
Hemisphere.
if y'all watch TV. Well, I'm older, so back then you could not have an all black cast. You would have to have at least one white person or one Hispanic person on the squad. Tyler, when he came into the thing, he said, "I don't care. I can have an all black cast." And at first they wouldn't let you do it, but he did his own thing. He did it his own way, and he had all black cast, and they couldn't tell him what to do because the other people decide they gonna be like, "Nah, if y'all gonna have a show, y'all at least gotta include us in it." Them white shows you can see Friends and Seinfeld and all those other shows. You don't see not one nigga. Might see a nigga walking in while they walk through New York City, but you
Yeah,
ain't gonna
so
see
that
no
was
nigga
Seinfeld.
on the show or nothing like that. But we
opinion.
can't have we couldn't before have a show that shows you how
That's
it got
not
a
true
little
because
better.
I think the '90s had a lot of black shows
Tell me.
like Martin.
Martin had a
You
white person on
Martin
it,
had
Sean.
Yeah, the Marlins had them.
They could have done it. Just scared to overstep boundaries is what
Yeah.
got them.
The
to
Wayne
think
brothers
that
had
you
that
couldn't
white
have
boy
it.
on there too.
I mean, it was already
Jamie
there. I
Foxx
mean,
had the white male lady.
I think after the '90s they just like fuck it, like we don't want this all black shit no more, like you know what I mean? Because the '90s was predominantly black
It was
shows.
but they still had
single,
that
you got
one
living
token
singles.
Yeah, but no,
and
but
all
they
these.
didn't publicize him as a, like you say for Martin, the white nigga was in a trailer.
Well, Sean though, he still
He
was
was in
there.
a trailer, and the Wayans brothers, the other nigga was a wannabe black guy who couldn't hack it and was not really on it.
Yeah.
So it's like they didn't sit there and act like, okay, we gonna make y'all a star in this show. They made
It
the white
wasn't that
person look like
they still
ain't
had a
shit
white
in each
friend
show.
though. They still
Yeah,
had a
that's
white
true.
character, just like the white lady from Jamie Foxx. She really wasn't a main star, but she was there. She appeared, so they went like, nah, it's just not an all black cast. They skated with the bare minimum.
So one of the categories that was pronounced as the nominations for the Grammys was Record of the Year. So we have Black Parade by Beyonce, Colors by Black Pumas, Rockstar by The Baby featuring Roddy Ricch. We have Say So by Doja Cat, Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish, Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa, Circles by Post Malone, and Savage by Megan Thee Stallion.
Doja Cat should win. I feel like Beyonce probably gonna win.
Yeah.
Nah,
Record of the
I
year,
Just 'cause
the
it's
baby
Beyonce.
should win that
I
one.
think it's Megan Thee Stallion because
The
she
baby
had a whole dance
record
behind
with Roddy
it and
Ricch
everything.
wasn't even his hardest record.
Yeah, I
Right.
know, but it was like TikTok and like if you look at
Yeah,
all
that
this,
shit was
if you look at
everywhere.
all those songs on TikTok and just streaming wise, I was tired of that Rockstar. I can
Yeah, they played that one out though. I'm gonna be honest though. That
So
might
TikTok
that
went big with the Beyonce song.
It was
I
bigger
haven't
with,
I didn't
it
even
was
really
bigger
hear
with
that
Savage.
song. Yeah, Savage.
Savage was
Savage
the biggest because
was-
everybody was trying to do the little dance. Niggas was doing it. Women was doing it.
Yeah, if it ain't
Yes.
Savage or
Rockstar.
Rockstar, I don't see who else can win, and that's because Lil Baby ain't up there.
Yeah, I don't even know
Well, I feel like Say So.
what Post
If
Malone
that's your
record.
say
To be
so.
honest.
That's not hers.
Okay.
I don't understand how Doja Cat can win. To be real with you,
Why?
She's a great
no,
performer.
she's a great performer,
Like,
and
she's a
she's a good.
She's a really
Say So
great
was big
performer.
this year.
No, and no, I get it. She placed herself as a top artist, but we're talking about like the Grammys and like the record of the year. You think Say So was record of the year over Savage?
Performance wise, we just talking about.
Oh, yeah,
In
record
general?
of the year over everything. Savage, the baby.
Yeah,
Then if anything, I'll see Beyonce winning.
I see Beyonce winning because she's Beyonce, but I
Yeah.
don't see her winning because of
But
numbers.
I don't even say Beyonce because they don't really give Beyonce shit like that either. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Beyonce been stubbed plenty of times.
Didn't
Need
Beyonce
it.
come out with like a movie off with that?
That was
song?
the college
So
shit.
you also
Right.
have to count all that into
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
like
it was fire.
movie views and all
True,
that
true,
into
true,
that
true,
too.
Yeah, I can see that. I
Yeah,
can
It's
see
a
that
whole
one.
Beyonce got on
project on the
Savage.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole production.
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
she was
song.
on
But
Savage.
Savage got
was on
so
Savage.
good that Beyonce hopped on.
But that was the
so
remix,
I
though.
mean,
Oh, I feel like Lil Baby was snubbed. Like the Baby won. Like they ain't put none of these records in. I'm talking about these guys had some of the biggest records, Black and White. I mean, the Baby with multiple songs he put out. I mean, damn, like we just canceling him out for Post Malone and guys like that. I mean, that's
Well,
shit.
it's the Grammys. You really think they're gonna care about putting black and white on there?
I mean, the game done changed,
that's
bro.
a
Like
controversial
shit.
song,
Would you
though.
put NBA YoungBoy there?
True.
I
Yeah.
feel like Lil
And
Baby
be-
got
He should.
snubbed.
Yeah, yeah.
But
NBA young
would you
boy.
put NBA Young because NBA YoungBoy
Yeah, he could
should be
go-
there.
he could go in
if
there.
Lil Baby's there.
That's true. No, that's true, and I agree with that. He should be up there. No, yeah, he's the hottest.
Yeah,
He's
but
the hottest rapper
Grammys
in the
don't like
world.
controversy, right?
In the world, and his numbers say his streaming numbers just prove it, bro. He's just controversial because he's a young kid and his crowd isn't mainly us,
Yeah.
but people are on YouTube. He's the king of YouTube. Like he gets 64 million streams a day.
That's crazy.
Ain't no,
I
ain't
ain't
no,
know
that.
I ain't
rapper,
know that.
ain't no rapper out top of NBA.
You know what 60 million streams a day is?
That's why he's
Shit, I
able
thought
to-
Lil Baby was better than him, but shit,
That's
y'all
why
talking
he
about
able to do
64
what he-
million
that's why he
streams a
able to do what he
day?
want.
Day.
That's crazy. I ain't
They
know
ain't
that.
gonna nobody touch him. He can drop an album.
And he got a
He just literally revived Rich the Kid's career.
Yo, facts. A little
By-
bit.
With
by
that
doing-
record,
by
yeah.
doing- nobody. He dropped the whole album with him.
But Rich is getting a whole push behind him. You'll see.
Not off the entertainment purposes for the Jeezy and Gucci versus battle, but how do y'all feel like what it did for the streets? 'Cause, man, I feel like it did nothing. Like, I feel like it harmed the streets because Gucci was just overdoing shit, and now you got niggas talking about smoking Pookie Lock and all that. That shit retarded.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think Gucci was a man about that shit. That shit was just about uplifting the culture. He turned it into a war. Again, with him and Jeezy. I don't think Jeezy was a man about that shit. Just like, yo, bro, we see Pop Smoke, King Von just died. We trying to promote positive vibes and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it was a bad look on Gucci part.
I don't think it started off that way, to be real, because I feel like they both went.
Yeah, he was
with
rapping
good intentions. It was just that when you hear like they both came up when they both came up off of rapping, dissing each other pretty much. So when you hear a song that was dissing you, you're gonna get mad.
His first song was fuck Jeezy.
But
He came off the rip.
But that's what I mean, what you gonna do? Drop
His
it in the
first
middle
song
or at
should've
the
been
end?
Freaky Girl.
Nah, you supposed to.
Nah,
Not
I,
even
Never
have it
played
on
Freaky Girl through the whole verse.
I feel you.
He never played none
That's
of this
crazy,
shit.
and that's
A
crazy.
lot of
He
disrespect.
didn't play Lemonade.
Yeah,
He
was
didn't play the
playing-
song with Sean Garrett and Mario.
he did try him.
He wasn't trying to play his hit.
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
was just trying to
He
play
was-
diss records.
Yeah, and trying him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the immaturity in it, and that's all you got to last on your career.
But like I said, I feel
You
like
kill
it
one
wasn't
nigga.
intended that way. It just he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just drop these songs in."
That was the
Jeezy
first
came
song off
professional.
rip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Jeezy
true.
was playing
Jeezy
hits.
knew
It was-
every song he was gonna play. He knew when he was gonna play it, what rebuttals he was gonna play if Gucci played his song.
That's true.
He came to actually prepare.
Yeah.
But
For
Jeezy
the
did slip a
game
little
battle, for
bit
the battle.
when, you know what I mean. After he said what he said, you know what I mean, we doing this for black excellence.
Oh, yeah,
And he threw a little slick line in there, and then he was like, and he dropped the song. It was a diss song.
He did that. He dropped that. He said after Gucci did that, then he dropped that. He said one thing for turn, two things for show, and then dropped that. I'm the realest nigga. He knew the rebuttal from the
Yeah.
song.
Right, but I'm
That's
saying
what I'm
though, he
trying to
let,
tell you.
but that, you didn't think that was a shot though. He was like, all right, fuck,
Yeah,
nigga,
he
I
took a
got
shot.
you.
Yeah, but he was
it's like,
playing
I'm
the-
the
Take a
realest
shot.
nigga.
He had to.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he
like he was killing on the
But,
whole.
but
he
he-
made it seem like he made it seem like that. You know what I mean? He was always the bigger person. Now, mind you, I don't give a fuck how grown I am. I ain't finna let nobody, you know what I mean, throw jabs at me all night and not throw one back at him.
Exactly.
You know, he made it seem like he was just nah, I ain't even finna go. I ain't finna let him drag me down there. He drug him a little bit, but then Jeezy still was bigger and better than what Gucci was doing.
Jeezy played it as professional as he could.
As best as he
That's
could,
true.
yeah.
As
I
a
think
man, he did the best he could.
I ain't gonna lie, that man was holding his composure that whole night.
Yeah, he
basically.
was.
Like,
Facts.
Their
that
mindsets
whole
are
night though,
different,
like from
too.
finish to start.
Which is crazy to
Yeah,
me.
their
Which is
mindset.
The only good
Jeezy
thing you
is
got
on
from
a grown
that.
man style.
Yeah.
Gucci's
Gucci's
still on
on
the
that
kid
big
First of all,
style.
I didn't
Yeah.
even think that was a real. I mean, shouldn't even put
First of
Gucci
all,
against Jeezy.
Do y'all actually think they was in the same building?
Yeah,
They was in the same.
It was in the same building.
Do you really feel that?
Yeah.
They-
Yes,
You
sir.
see the Oprah interview with Obama?
Barack Obama, I saw that. How they, yeah.
They wasn't in the
That
same
was-
building.
I feel you. Yeah.
They were able to touch and all and make it seem like they shook hands, all that
That's
shit.
crazy.
They wasn't in the same building.
So you don't think
You
it
gotta
did?
think about stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
'Cause
think
gotta
it
think
did
about that.
something?
Would they do that same type of verse battle?
Nah, I think
Exactly.
Would NBA and Kodak? Because
Nah.
their NBA say something to Kodak, I bet every one of them Haitians gonna shoot off.
Yeah, I think they was in the same
No
building.
cap.
Nah, I mean they
If somebody sent somebody to kill you.
Yeah, this was
I
some
send
real
somebody
shit.
to shoot you. Are we gonna chill right after?
I mean, they chilled 10 years later.
10 years later.
Oh no, I
one
feel
day
you on that.
later,
Yeah, it ain't no forgiveness on that.
They
Yeah,
still
yeah,
hold grudges.
yeah. Hell yeah, I'm on the same.
You could tell Gucci still had that grudge. He ain't let that shit.
Yeah, you
go.
could tell. You could tell he was
He's
hot.
still a child.
So if he was still in the same page, and if Gucci was such a thug like he say he is, he would have ended it there.
Yeah.
He would have killed Jeezy right then and there.
Yeah,
You
he
really
knew-
on all that tough talking while you on stage, and you really was on what you say you on. You would have ended Jeezy right then and there. Or you're one of your dogs. You would have said, because niggas do it all
I
the
never
time.
felt Gucci.
I
was
give
that
you, I
nigga.
give your family such and such amount. Kill them. You do the time. Give your family such and such amount.
I never
Niggas
felt
would've done
Gucci
that.
was that nigga.
I know a lot of niggas who will sit there and offer nigga for somebody just to make sure their family gonna eat on 20 mil, 30 mil. Niggas will do it.
Yeah.
So Gucci, you ain't moving like you say you moving. You just talking. That versus battle just showed that you ain't really on that shit, bro. Because you would have killed him.
Yeah. I agree.
So yeah.
That Kevin Hart thing was hilarious.
I agree on that too.
No, I ain't like it that much. Dude.
I didn't watch it, so.
It wasn't that.
watched
I thought it was
twice.
funny. I felt like I was in his home. You feel me? Like how he wanted it to be. Like a lot of people want to compare his old big stage shows to each other, and I get it. But I feel like Laughing My Pain and what was the other one? What Now?
Right now and Seriously Funny.
Seriously Funny. I feel like they were all so similar that this one to me just felt so genuine and original. It wasn't like, oh, I gotta like make people laugh with the stuff I made them laugh before with. No, it was, I'm gonna bring you some.
This one sounds, this felt more real.
Yeah, more real. I'm telling you about my
the
family now.
Jokes felt funny,
But
I don't
forced.
believe your daddy. That's your dad. These jokes felt more.
Exactly.
I believe these jokes are really happening.
It wasn't
I
a
really
character.
believe your daughter came home, said she liked the 3 different niggas, and you thought in your head your daughter a hoe now.
Yeah.
I really believe that
Yeah.
type of jokes.
Yeah.
I really believe
That shit was funny.
The butter buster
Yeah.
joke and all that shit, and with the popcorn and all. I really believe those type of
Yeah.
jokes, like the other jokes.
Yeah, I thought it was more like a Dave Chappelle kind of feel.
Exactly.
Dave Chappelle kind of did it.
Oh no, he ain't Dave Chappelle now.
I
That's
mean,
just
not saying it was the same thing. I think
The
he
open
was trying to
format.
copy the format.
Like if you
But
look at
I don't-
if you look at the
And
Chappelle
he-
show,
and
in
I
that,
mean, he was supposed to be don't give a no fucks,
Dave
but I
Chappelle
felt
got
like he was
5
being
niggas in the
very
audience, and that show
he was being
incredible.
very secretive with a lot of shit. He wasn't really no fucks give, bro. Like he wasn't saying nothing. He wasn't taking no risk. Like Dave Chappelle was saying real life shit. I can relate to shit, Dave. So I can't really relate to shit.
That's the thing though,
I
because
can't really relate what
Dave-
Kevin Hart is saying.
Dave don't give a fuck for real, and he'll talk about homosexuality. He'll talk about white people. He'll talk
Yeah.
about whatever.
But Kevin Hart won't do that, though.
Kevin, once he did that gay thing and he wanted to host, what's it with the Oscars?
Oscars.
He had to apologize.
He said he
for
was going to apologize at first.
Yeah, but
then he
shit,
went around
man,
apologizing
he
to
knew
everybody.
he
That bag,
knew
boy.
See what you gotta think about it. Can he really? Think of what Dave Chappelle had to go through. It's not like Dave Chappelle just said, "I'm not gonna do this."
No, he
I'm gonna
did.
take it, and I'm gonna do it this way, and it's gonna be alright. And then the next day it was done that way. No, he was gone in Africa
long
for
time.
a long time before Dave Chappelle came
But-
back and finally got niggas to jump on board of what he was
But
talking about.
and it's like what you said. Like I feel like we got behind them because like if you look at the fan bases, I understand Dave Chappelle got white fans, but Kevin Hart's fan base, who's showing up to the box office and like watching all these movies, is white people.
Yeah, true.
He ain't trying to fuck that back up. You feel me? We are still gonna show up and watch Dave Chappelle skits forever and stand up shows because we know it's genuine and it's real.
Yeah.
Kevin, he already got his fan base one way, and that's what he's gonna maintain to. He ain't trying to like.
Yeah, he's
But see, Kevin is one of those puppets. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
He
Yeah.
gonna dance when you tell him to dance.
Exactly.
That's just like Dave said in one interview when he was playing Blue Street with Martin. He's like, they wanted him to wear a dress to come out of the cell.
True.
And he was like, hell no, I ain't finna put no dress on. He's like, they kept pushing it. Put on a dress and make you get out of
Yeah.
jail. Kevin asked, oh, okay. He'll throw that dress on real quick.
Right.
See, Dave ain't about that. Dave ain't wearing that dress in the industry, and you a man. That means like I own you type shit.
yeah.
Hey, y'all just saluted Tyler Perry though.
I didn't salute him
But-
for being
No.
stand-up nigga.
Salute.
I
But
saluted
he-
him for doing his
And he
thing.
decided to do it. Nobody told him to do that.
No, that
he
was
paid.
on his own.
He paid for all of
He
that.
did
He wrote
that.
all the scripts. He did all of that himself, and nobody
Yeah,
said
he
you're gonna do
benefited
this and be
from it on
famous.
his own. It wasn't
He
the,
said
the
it.
people, the powers of the be.
Well, he is what he is.
He literally paid himself to be in a dress you're gay.
Well,
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah,
Let him be.
that's-
Let him be
that's-
him. But
that's
it is that. But that's the
He
thing.
made
Dave
it
Chappelle didn't
comfortable
want to
with
be
it.
labeled as gay, so he said he didn't want
But
to do
that's two
it.
different things.
No, but you just
Dave Chappelle was getting paid doing your job.
yeah. And Tyler Perry's getting
Tyler
paid
Perry,
too.
You just literally was doing it.
You ain't see the payment up front, but he got that back end crazy.
yeah.
Pause. But yo, he got his own studio. He got the biggest
he
movie
got his own
production,
studio.
TV
Yeah.
production studio
And
in the
doing it
Western
big.
Hemisphere, bro. The only
That's
people that
what
compete
he
with him
had
is
to do
China.
for all that.
But he did it. He decided that he was gonna do
He
it.
had to cross to do.
He was homeless.
Imagine that amount of people he had to cross to get all that.
I feel you. Everybody has a journey, bro. Everybody has a story.
But why can't Kevin Hart do the same thing though? I feel like he got
The
more
journey
movies.
won't
We're
be
all our own
authentic.
person.
Because
We all
Kevin
decide
ain't
what
really
we.
trying to offend too many people like that. He said those things when he really wasn't as big as he is now.
Y'all really think Dave Chappelle the first person to sit there and say I'm not gonna wear a dress?
No, you're not.
Yeah, I mean, of course not.
Okay. Everybody can't sit there and say I'm not gonna wear a dress and
Yeah.
still be successful. Okay, Eddie Griffin.
But
and
that's what
all
they
them
want you
type
to
of
think.
niggas.
Yeah, that is true.
So you gotta understand.
And them niggas funny as fuck.
Look at
Facts.
them niggas. Some people can't take that risk. Some people understand. Don't overstep your boundary. Yeah, nah, Kevin thing was funny. it was way. It was like. it's way more funny than what you would have expected it to be for a person 41 who has been telling jokes his whole life.
Yeah.
You can only say so many jokes. You
Yeah.
only can live. If your jokes are authentic, you can only talk about what you did
I
in your
agree.
life, and you can only tell so many jokes about your life before you start repeating the same stuff. It's like rapping.
Right.
You can only if you never progress in rapping, your rapping will become sorry because you have no new stuff to rap about.
Mm-hmm.
And he spoke on that too. He on the special. He's like, I'm 41 years old. I just want to stay in the house. Da, da, da. He's running out of things to say, and he's letting you know right now. All I'm doing is just chilling with my family, chilling with my kids. So if you want to watch a special, watch a special. If you don't, you don't. And then if you look at like comedians in general, they only have, if you have 2 good solid specials, you're lit. Like if you look at Eddie Murphy, he got Raw and Delirious. That's the only 2 I can name on the top of my head. He did a whole bunch. He did world tours, but it's like those are the 2 for him. So if you can name 2 of Kevin Hart's, 2 of Dave Chappelle's, 2 of them, I think they're
Dave
making
Chappelle
it.
specials
Yeah,
are good.
they fire. I agree.
He's different.
I don't think so. I think we all
Likes it but you.
like Kevin. Some didn't like the special as much as others, but we all like
I
Kevin.
like Kevin.
I ain't watch it either.
You see, he's like
I
he was
seen
born.
the shit, but I seen it on Netflix, but I ain't watch it.
Click it, smoke a blunt.
What?
The part about when he was about to say like his daughter a hoe.
That
That's
was
the
good.
only part
That shit was funny.
That's because I thought the exact same.
Yeah, it wasn't what his old specials was doing.
Opinion. It's all opinion.
Well, thank you guys for tuning into The Trap. I'm your host, Desiree.
Your boy EK.
But Chris.
Your boy Bump.
Your boy Prince Jose.
We out.